Welcome back. Today on Dialed In DIY, I'm going to do a complete part-by-part breakdown of a Sharp CRT TV. Ever wonder what's inside one of these old TVs or computer monitors, or maybe even how safe it would be to try to take it apart? And if you did, are there parts that could be useful for something else? Well, today, we're going to answer all those questions. It's really only safe if you're used to working with electronics and you're comfortable with what you're doing, because this does carry a big risk of serious electrical shock. Just like many of my What's Inside videos, this one begins with removing a lot of screws. Anytime you're working on electronics or something like this that can carry a lot of residual charge, it is important to make sure to safely discharge any of that residual charge before you begin touching things. That applies to capacitors and especially to this flyback. The pointy part sticking out of the back of the tube is actually called an electron gun. More on that in just a minute, but the main point right now is that you want to be careful about working around this. You don't want to break it off, break it, or actually rupture the tube because it is under vacuum pressure with some potentially dangerous stuff inside, and it's just not worth the unnecessary risk. If you're looking for a source of copper, a CRT tube typically has quite a bit of it. The Degaussing Coil showed earlier actually has a fair amount, plus the Yoke that we're looking at now is wrapped with a pretty substantial amount of copper wiring. As you're taking a look at the electron gun that's inside of this Sharp television, it's a good opportunity for me to point out the fact that each of the different types of models of the CRT has some slightly different variations. I've done two previous breakdowns looking at a couple of TVs. One was a Sony and the other was a JVC, and you take a look at those, you'll find that some of the parts that were inside are uniquely different. At this point, I've already managed to get out the majority of the items that I'm going to want to use in other projects. So what's left is to make sure to separate the tube from the frame and prepare everything that I'm going to take to the appropriate recycling facilities. Now that it's all ripped apart, I think it's a good time to look back at the things that I pulled out of this that I'd like to use again in the future. These speakers are so good that I actually do want to use them again, but I am really tempted to rip them apart to see what kind of magnets are inside. I also have some high voltage ideas in mind for the Flyback Transformer, pulling them out of this and the other CRTs that I've previously taken apart. Copper and more copper. Haven't decided if I'm going to melt it down or use it for some windings to make some electromagnets. And of course the obligatory hardware and extra wire that I can use in a lot of different projects. So a pretty good haul. I like taking this thing apart, but I'm going to make sure to appropriately recycle the parts that I'm not going to use. Hey, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to stop by Dialed In DIY to watch my video. If you liked it or got something out of it, let me know by clicking that thumbs up below. I'd also love it if you'd subscribe while you're here and make sure to click that bell so you'll get notifications for future video releases. Please share your comments below, check out my playlists, and as always, make sure to come on back in the future because there will be plenty more Dialed In DIY to come.